I know what it's like to feel like you're trapped in the cycle of everyday life, where you feel like you're moving, but you're not going anywhere. You wake up, go through the motions, and then by the end of the day, you realize that you haven't really moved that much closer to where you want to be. I've been there, working a job that I didn't like, just living for the weekend and feeling stuck. But deep down, I knew something had to change. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to make that change in your life right now. These are the exact steps that I used to make real lasting change in my own life. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you need to do today to make that same transformation. If you're feeling lost, stuck, or just overwhelmed by life, here is the thing that you need to hear. You need to take responsibility because everything starts with you. When I turned 30, I hit rock bottom. I was broke, no savings, I was drowning in debt. I had no idea what my life would look like in 5 years. I had no direction, no plan, just complete uncertainty. I didn't have anyone to blame. It wasn't the economy or my parents or my job. I'd put myself in that position through a mix of bad choices and poor habits, and let's face it, just not taking responsibility for anything. And here's the thing, taking responsibility isn't just about owning the bad stuff. It's about owning everything, every setback, every habit, every decision. And it wasn't until I took full responsibility that I stopped playing the victim and stopped waiting for someone to just come and rescue me. I realized that the power was in my hands alone. I know it's scary. It's overwhelming to think that you are the one who has to fix everything that's going on in your life. But here's the good news. Once you realize that it is all on you, you realize that you can change it. No one is going to save you. I'm not trying to be harsh, but you need to wake up. You and you alone are the hero of your story. There's no magic moment when someone swoops in and changes everything for you. That change comes from small, everyday decisions that you make that build up over time. A mentor once told me that if you want to be in a different place in life, start by being a different person today. And that just hit me. The reason most people don't change is their unwillingness to just look themselves in the mirror and say, I'm the one holding me back. I'm the one that has gotten me to where I'm at. But when you stop playing that blame game and you own every situation, things will start to change for you. And waiting for that permission to move forward to that perfect moment is only going to delay that process that much longer. So let me ask you this, what's scarier? Feeling stuck, blaming the world, and just feeling powerless? Or taking responsibility, knowing that your path to choose is yours to walk? So now that you've taken responsibility, the next step is to create a vision of what you want your new life to look like. You can't move forward if you don't know where you're going. Here's the kicker, the clearer the vision, the easier it will be to take action. When I was stuck in that job that I didn't like and feeling like I was getting nowhere fast, I didn't know what my future looked like. I didn't have a roadmap, so I was just wandering aimlessly. And in order to get out, I had to realize that I had to create my own future because it wasn't just going to happen for me. And I started by just crafting a vision of what I truly wanted. I imagined myself in a career I loved, being debt-free, and just doing work that I genuinely enjoyed. I painted a vivid picture of what my life would look like in 5 years, and I wasn't afraid to dream big. I'll never forget when I heard Tony Robbins say that the only limit to your impact is your imagination and your commitment. The bigger your vision, the bigger your future. So I wrote down all of it, and writing it all out wasn't just wishful thinking. It was like mapping out a blueprint for the life that I was preparing myself to live. And the clearer I got, the easier it became to figure out specific actions that I needed to take. Because when you do this, you'll just have something to measure your progress against. And more importantly, you'll just know what you're working toward. But the thing is, you need to make your vision meaningful to you. Don't just set goals because someone else told you you should. Ask yourself what you truly want, what excites you, what you want your legacy to be. This vision should be something that you wake up excited to work towards every single day. Next is you need to create SMART goals and systems for your vision. I learned that vision without goals is just a dream. So I set specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound goals to turn my vision into reality. I didn't just say, I want to be financially free. I said, I will save $20,000 and pay off my debt within the next 18 months. It was concrete, it was measurable, and it had a deadline. And then I broke it down from there. How could I make that happen? What daily or weekly steps did I need to take? And suddenly I had a roadmap. I wasn't just wishing anymore. I was actually planning for it. One of my biggest inspirations for goal setting is James Clear, who's the author of the book Atomic Habits. He said, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. I understood that goals are just destinations, but the systems and those habits are what drive real results. For me, my system included budgeting and picking up side hustles and just being very disciplined about my spending habits. But more importantly, it meant consistently acting upon it. continuing to take those steps day after day until they compound it into something truly life-changing. Take this from The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Small, smart choices plus consistency plus time equals radical difference. That's the secret to turning your vision into reality. Make a plan, break it down into bite-sized pieces, and chip away at it day after day. But here's something that many people just don't talk about. Once you've identified your goals and broken them down, you're gonna likely face some fear. Fear of failure, fear of making the wrong choice, fear of change. To turn your life around, you must not just see the vision and set the goals and the systems, but you have to face that discomfort. Nothing great ever happened without someone saying, I'm doing this. Now let's talk about the most critical element of this entire process, maintaining unshakable discipline. It's not enough to set a vision and to make goals if you don't have the discipline to see it through. I'm sure you've heard the phrase consistency is key, but let me add a twist. Consistency is the secret weapon. It's the thing that will carry you through the hard times and push you through to success day after day. When I first started uploading YouTube videos, I thought that my success would come from some viral moment or some big breakthrough. But as I pushed through those months and I never had that viral moment, I learned something really critical. Success comes from discipline and consistency, guys. It's easy to feel motivated at the start, especially when you have big dreams. But if you don't have the ability to show up week after week and continue to create when nothing is happening, you're never going to see that result. And over time, my content improved and my audience began to grow and I began to see traction. But it took discipline to continue to upload every week, even when I didn't see anything happening. And just like paying off that debt, it's not about how much is left to do. It's about those consistent actions you do day after day that get you that much closer. And here's the thing, once you build that discipline, momentum begins to take over. One of my favorite concepts of momentum comes from The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. In his book, he talks about how small, consistent actions can build momentum over time and just lead to massive success. The small things, reading 15 pages of the book every day, working out 15 minutes a day, saving just $10 a week. It adds up. Momentum is a powerful force, and once you start making progress, it creates its own momentum. And the best part is it just becomes easier. What once felt hard starts to feel natural. That's how discipline and momentum work together. Think about how you feel after you've stuck with something for a while. You get that sense of accomplishment, and that motivation fuels you to just keep going. I have one final quote from The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. The golden rule of habit change. You can't extinguish a bad habit. You can only change it. That's a reminder that you do have the power to change your habits and to create new ones and to build a life that you're proud of. The path ahead is not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Comment below and tell me what you are going to do today to have a completely different life this year. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure you subscribe so you get more videos like this going forward. And if you like this video, you're going to like this next one coming up right here, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.